Parc Ferme. It means closed park. I'll tell you more about how we shoot it in just a moment. Let's talk Parc Ferme. Closed park. There's a Parc Ferme after qualification on the Saturday and after the race on Sunday. Let's look at this particular photo. Here we have the top three place getters, Lewis in the middle, second was Sebastian, and third was Valtteri Bottas. This goes back a couple of years because there's no halo, as you can see. So those cars stop on the track and the three drivers get out, and all three are normally interviewed by TV. Here's another example here where Sebastian's come third. No, he hasn't. He's come second. That's interesting, isn't it? You've got, on this particular track, third place is on the right, and on this one, third place is on the left. Just picked that up while we're talking to you. But those cars stop on the track, the drivers get out, do their interviews, and then they go and take a photo in front of the blue signboard, which has the major sponsors on there, which in this case are Road Safety, FIA, and F1. And then afterwards, the leading driver is given this tyre. It's not actual size, obviously, it's a small one, and they get to sign that, and I believe they keep it. God knows what they do with it. Another trophy for them. But in order for us to get access to Parc Ferme, we normally have to queue up, more so on a Sunday than on a Saturday, because sometimes on a Saturday I could go the other side of the track and shoot back into the pits and into the garages. But normally we would have to wait somewhere on the pit side of the straight. After the race, we then allowed access at a certain point, and there's a mad stampede to get the best spot. So we sprint down pit lane here and then grab ourselves a spot somewhere on the fence that surrounds the area where the cars come in. It is a battle, I promise you, especially when Ferrari wins, because their crew tend to be very passionate about getting a front row spot. And obviously that's the row we want. We want to be up the front, but sometimes you just can't get the spot you want and you're forced to take second best. Then it's a matter of shooting the driver as they get out of the car. Here I'm head on, shooting Lewis getting out, and then you know that this is where you get the maximum emotion. And normally from the winner, it's great excitement. From the second or third place getter, it may be excitement if they're not expected to come in that position, or it may be severe disappointment. But here's Lewis jumping out of the car. Here he is celebrating on there. This is the night race in Singapore. Daniel Ricciardo, when he won in China, he loved it. He did a huge jump off the car, and this is going backwards, obviously. And unfortunately for us photographers, TV has the right of way, and often they'll wreck a shot of ours, or certainly be in a shot of ours, but that's just the way it works. TV is all powerful. Now, I did say that only on Parc Ferme for the quali do they stop on the track, except for one race, and that's Monaco, where they stop after the race on the track because no crowd can get anywhere near here. This is a sterile area, so the three cars stop on the grid, on the track, the starting grid here, and this year Daniel Ricciardo had his redemption win, and it was great to watch him, and this is one of my best-selling photographs actually. So after they've got down off the car, and this shot is in the pit lane, they've got all their teammates around them. They'll search their teammates out, and in this case Lewis is the winner, so he finds his Mercedes mates. Here's Charles Leclerc after the Italian win the other day when he was pumped. He finds his mechanics and he goes and gives them big hugs. As you can see, photographers all around trying to get shots left, right and centre, putting cameras high, putting cameras low. You'll get drivers hugging each other, jumping up obviously with his teammates, as Lewis has a want to do. But the other facet we get is disappointed drivers who've not made the top three, who have to walk back from parking their car probably 15 metres behind where the top three park, and they walk through. Sometimes they interact with the winners, others they don't. In this particular instance here, you might remember that Charles and Seb, well actually Charles was being consoled by Sebastian after he didn't win the Bahrain GP. And that was a lovely moment. I'm always on the lookout for that interaction between drivers. One of the great shots I had this year was this series of four, and these are in reverse, where Daniel grabbed Max and congratulated him on his win recently, and up until probably 5-6 weeks ago, that was my most popular post on Instagram, but it's since been blasted out of the park. And just finally, we do get amazing access, and sometimes the drivers will come right next to us, stand right next to us, because in this case here, Brazil 2017, we had Felipe Massa, his last race. He came out into Parc Ferme. He didn't finish in the top 3, but he came over to his wife, who was standing right next to me with his youngsters, and he had a great hug with them. So we do get unprecedented access in that respect. So that's Parc Ferme. It gives you a bit of an idea of what we do come race day and in qualification. So next time you're watching Parc Ferme on TV, you'll know a little bit more about it. Remember, if you're searching my videos on YouTube, search Kim Illman, and remember to like and subscribe. You can purchase all of my images at prostarpics.com. For videos and podcasts, head to kimillman.com, and I do appreciate you watching today. Thank you, and stay passionate.